From starting a Twitter poll to decide if he should step down, to losing his richest man status, yikes, Elon Musk has been in hot waters for quite a while. The CEO of Twitter is in the headlines once more. Yep, the man has done it again, folks. Does Musk go around looking for controversy, or are they just the best of pals? I'll let you decide on that for yourselves by the end of this video. Apparently, Elon Musk was treated in a way that's quite peculiar as the guy who took to Twitter and complained about his limited reach there.
But hey, if Jesus is saving people, I mean, I wouldn't stand in his way. You know, like, I'll be sure, I'll be saved. Why not?
Sweet, we did it.
Yeah.
Very social media influencer of you, Elon. The man became quite a little upset this week when one of his tweets was blown and he was forced to make an unusual alteration in the Twitter algorithm. Confused a little? Well, apparently, the guy made a couple of tweets during the Super Bowl performance that didn't exactly land on a lot of timelines. A fact that didn't exactly sit well with the CEO. The whole thing infuriated the billionaire so much that he threatened to dismiss workers in the institute. But he also didn't stop there.
Seems a little bit like either superhero or supervillain. You have to choose one.
You're trying to do useful things.
The man also initiated a policy change that would allow him to only push his own posts. Elon, my brother, are you sure we're not overreacting a little? Just a smidge, perhaps? So, what might have triggered this reaction? Well, prior to Sunday's NFL game, which Mr. Musk watched from the stands in true billionaire fashion, during the game, the CEO tweeted throughout, as one does. And so did US President Joe Biden, who tweeted his support for the Philadelphia Eagles. Basically, both of these men issued statements of support for the boys. Between the two, their tweets gathered some varying results. For starters, over 29 million accounts got to enjoy Mr. Biden's commentary, which is considerably higher than Mr. Musk's 9 million coverage.
And the way we're doing this is with really quite big antennas. So so people might be wondering what technology is necessary to make this work, and
so you can say the man's reaction to the whole thing is justified to some extent, but the man's competing with the President of the United States as well. Later again, in true Twitter user fashion, the man removed his tweet. Yep, his other personality came online and disagreed with the whole thing, and so he deleted his tweets, and he decided not to say why either. So, who broke the news? Well, Platformer, a news website that focuses on social media networks, chose to release and report the whole incident. According to them, the boss of Twitter was so annoyed over his comparatively small audience that his team woke up the company's specialists in the middle of the night. Because if the guy has an issue, it has to be addressed, right? At 2:36 a.m. local time the previous Monday, the 51-year-old's cousin James, who was employed by his famous relative to work at Twitter, posted a message to the company's engineers. What was the message, you ask? Apparently, according to James, they are investigating a platform-wide engagement problem. So, if anyone knows how to create dashboards and code software, please help the guy to fix the issue, because the situation is urgent. He wanted anyone who can help give his post a thumbs up, and he'll contact them. The CEO's reach failing is a red alert situation, right?
First, you're gonna have to live in transparent domes, but eventually...
Yes, we're gonna be huffing each other's stank.
According to Platformer, the engineers realized the high urgency concern and got to work. But the whole fiasco didn't end there. Yeah, there's more, folks. After the game on Sunday night, the CEO reportedly took his private jet back to California to demand answers for everything that has happened. He also threatened to fire his engineers. Yeah, the same poor guys who stayed up all night looking into why his posts weren't getting more attention. And then he did fire one of his engineers. At this point, I think the man just loves the phrase "you're fired," because he said it approximately 100,000 times by now, or more. He questioned the engineers at Twitter's headquarters on the Tuesday before the Super Bowl, demanding to know why his interaction rates were dropping. Apparently, Elon Musk claimed that his interaction rates are utterly absurd. He's only getting tens of thousands of impressions despite having more than 100 million followers. His question received a very straightforward reason from one of Twitter's top and brave engineers. The ratings reflect a decline in public interest in Elon Musk's posts. See why I call the man brave? Well, it wasn't just his claim though. The CEO was informed that there was no proof that his reach had been unnaturally restricted. And you know what happened next? The CEO fired the chief engineer. Or you can say that the brave soldier perished in battle. I imagine the rest scrambled to find a solution then, because no one wants to be next, right? And so a game plan had to be advised for the whole situation. The handyman got to work. According to Platformer, the engineers devised a plan to guarantee that Mr. Musk's tweets would receive the kind of attention that was previously unheard of.
the amount of energy that hits the sun, that reaches us from the sun, is tremendous. It's the
So within 24 hours, Twitter released code that would automatically greenlight the CEO's tweets. That would allow them to bypass the filters that are often used to display users-only quality content. Basically, Elon Musk's tweets are quality content always, so they should be introduced everywhere and circulated to every timeline. In the new arrangement, Mr. Musk's tweets are artificially enhanced by a factor of 1,000. Now, naturally, his visibility in users' timelines has greatly increased, and this has not gone ignored. And then, the rest of the whole scene unfolded. The next afternoon, the man made a public apology, posting a meme, and promised to fix the algorithm. Putting out all the spots, eh, Musk? But has the algorithm been fixed then? Well, not according to Platformer. The news outlet claims that although the effect has been somewhat lessened, an artificial boost is still in place for Mr. Musk's account. They claim that they're basing their reports on interviews with those involved and documents that they have obtained. They're citing their sources, folks. Do you believe them? And that's not all, though. Apparently, the remaining workforce is constantly a little fearful for their employment status. Well, considering the cutdowns and layoffs across Twitter ever since the SpaceX owner took the helm of the ship. Can you really blame them?
I'm trying to do useful things. I mean, yeah.
So let's talk about the Tesla. I have a Tesla.
Yeah.
Okay, and I love it. I love it.
The remaining employees at the Institute appear to be growing weary of Mr. Musk's frequent interventions in the day-to-day dealings at the company. So perhaps, to keep the big guy satisfied, a smidge of artificial enhancement to his tweets is a necessary evil. It's completely natural for everyone who works at Twitter to complain about the man's lack of leadership. Some apparently are even calling it hopping from dumpster fire to dumpster fire, and that it simply doesn't make any sense. Reportedly, one employee even informed Platformer that after buying the business, the new owner made some curious little tweaks to the platform as well.
And something that we really want to emphasize, because I think there might be some confusion out there, is that this is the Starlink.
Elon even made a point to fix what he thought had been broken and manipulated under previous management. And what's the fix? Manipulating the platform to force interaction on all users to his content only. Well, I had heard of rich guys with inflated egos, but this is a little next level, no? Considering it's true, that is. After sharing the little tidbit, the employee also added that the time has passed where we can really believe that he has everyone's best interest at heart, because he just may have his own best interest at heart. And in all honesty, that's not exactly a crime now. But how long is Twitter going to survive like this? The platform just has to hold on for another year. Yep, Elon Musk says he will appoint a replacement as CEO by the end of the year.
One square mile. That's it. I showed the graph of the or image of this where this is what 100 miles by 100 miles looks like. It's like, a little square on the...
But he also previously promised to resign if the Twitter poll said so, and the man is also denying any evidence of his tweets being boosted anymore, although he's yet to give proof for that claim. And that's all from Musk today.